I think one of the key reasons why I chose CCI was that they have this program, it's called Coaching for Change. So I really like how they match us with external clients for a charitable purpose. So I think that really appealed to me when I looked at all the different schools that are available. I really appreciate kind of like the guidance that was present from day one, and even till today, kind of 6 months into the program, there was so many points along the journey where I felt that I was very well supported by my mentor, who is Xing Jian, and also by my peers. I was a really diverse cohort of peers. And also the material, the content, so very, very much applicable, not just in coaching, but also in various parts of my life, right? Whether it's at work or in my personal life. So I think the whole program was very well thought through, and throughout the journey, there was a lot of points where people were asking for feedback as well. So I think that really helped me actually shape my learning throughout the journey. I would say maybe the most significant one for me is that I think I start to pay attention more to what my family and friends were saying. So I think a big part of learning how to coach, right, is to listen more. It's a lot about suspending your judgment as well. And I think through the program, what really stood out for me was one day a very close friend of mine came up to me and she shared with me and said, hey, I do notice that when we have conversations, right, it's very different. And I think that was kind of really the first time when I noticed that, wow, actually, coaching has really had an impact on my relationships. And then I think the second thing that stood out for me was that I think at work, I start to be less judgmental of people around me. Because usually not at work, right? When things don't go well or when there's tension and all, right? It's very easy to assume the worst of your colleagues or the client, right? And I think now I'm actually more patient and more open to try to understand why is this person behaving this way, rather than go in with a lot of preconceived judgment or assumptions about why certain things are not going according to plan. So I think that's really helped me become a better colleague, a better manager, and a better team player as well. I think what I would share is that you will be investing in yourself. And don't just think of this program as learning how to be a coach. Think of it as a personal investment in your growth, in your relationships, and in your career. At this point now, the last 6 months, definitely learned a lot of very applicable skills, very transferable to many parts of my life. So it's a never-ending journey of personal growth, and I'm very excited that it's never-ending, because sometimes when it's never-ending, it can feel a bit scary, right? But I think throughout the journey, I'm really discovering new things about myself, and that's something that I'm very grateful for.